Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2010 Kurt Schork Awards in International Journalism. My name is Sean Maguire and I'm the Politics and General News Editor for Reuters, and it's a great honour to welcome you here, both as a friend and colleague of Kurt's and as a firm believer in the values of intrepid, thoughtful journalism that Kurt espoused and which these awards honour and encourage. Now, many of you are practicing journalists, or aspire to be, or once were. Many of you as journalists have slipped across borders, followed militias across urban front lines, embedded with soldiers that have charged into battle, or travelled night and day amid extreme hardship to places remote and inaccessible. And in Adrian Mogos, one of our award winners, we have an expert in smuggling himself through the supposedly impregnable boundaries of Fortress Europe. But we couldn't trust you to overcome the obstacles thrown up by a London tube strike. Hence the decision to delay these awards to a date when it would be easier for you all to get here. So thank you again for coming. It's the second year that we've been able to hold these awards at the London headquarters of Thomson Reuters, the parent company of Reuters. We're able to do so thanks to the good offices of the Thomson Reuters Foundation, which is the charitable wing of the company, and it does great work in training journalists in the developing world and in promoting the free flow of information in crisis situations. Kurt spent much of his career as a freelancer on contract for Reuters. He was reporting for Reuters in Sierra Leone when he was killed more than a decade ago. And holding the awards here is a tribute from Reuters to the traditions of journalism that Kurt espoused, and which we Reuters seek to uphold in the new and challenging media environment that the panel will be discussing later. Kurt was all about covering the difficult stories, not just the tales of dangerous places, but the knotty and the complex issues, the intractable and the unresolvable disputes, the unfashionable perspective and the uncomfortable truths. Good journalism is never about platitudes, or generalities, or accepting the status quo. It is about restless inquisitiveness, intelligent skepticism, and a stubborn refusal to take at face value the self-serving deceits of the powerful. And in today's award winners, we have fine examples of journalists who have tackled the difficult issues and who exemplify the personal qualities needed to deliver top-class agenda-setting reporting. Adrian Mogos' stories are from the harsh battlegrounds of modern Europe, where organised crime preys on the vulnerable. Migrants are enslaved under the eyes of complicit policemen, and human beings ship themselves across frontiers like illegal freight. Stephen Gray's bold reporting of the cost of Britain and the West's mistaken approach to the war in Afghanistan goes beyond easy praise of soldierly honour and personal bravery. In witnessing the death of Sergeant Lee Johnson so vividly and questioning why and how he lost his life, Stephen has honoured the memory of that dead soldier appropriately while asking piercing questions about the future of Afghanistan. We know that cutting-edge journalism is not all about conflict or death, but inevitably issues of personal risk have figured large at these awards. I recently attended a memorial service for dead journalists at St Bride's Church in Fleet Street. The order of service was headlined, "Truth at all costs." It struck me that there was an unintended and unfortunate irony in that title. The bill for good journalism falls disproportionately on its practitioners rather than its consumers. Lives get lost, incomes are meagre, and news is free. Go figure. Nowhere is that truer than for freelancers, the band of reporters that the Schork Awards honour in particular. I'm sure that the grubby issue of who pays for news is one that our panel will pick up later to discuss. And I'd like to thank Sheena MacDonald David Loyne and Michaela Wrong for coming tonight to join the panel. I'd like to thank the Institute of War and Peace Reporting for organising the award process. And I'd also like to thank the jury who make the choices that give the Kurt Schork Award its stature and its significance. This year, they were Jeremy Bowen of the BBC, John Burns of the New York Times, Sir Harold Evans, author and former editor of the Times and the Sunday Times, Rana Husseini, author and human rights activist, and Michaela Wrong. And now I'd like to ask Jeremy Bowen to come up and say a few words about Kurt. Thank you.